Hi friends, we are going to do a fun and colorful acrylic painting today, and it is going to be something I've already done with one of my own paint classes, and it turned out really well. This is in the style of Karla Gerard, and all of her paintings are whimsical, have these really cool funky trees and little houses and colorful skies, and I think it'll be fun for us to do. Here it is behind me, have a look. We're not going to do that whole thing. We're going to do parts of it. And we'll take it step by step and have fun. Okay, let's get started. Okay, just before we get started, want to make sure you've got your canvas or your paper that is multimedia paper and can handle acrylic. Or if you're using tempera paints, that's okay. I've got some bright colors. I have my paint brushes. I have my glass of water, and I have my palette where I'm going to put the paints on. These are all old dry colors. And then we can get started. We're not using a pencil and eraser to do this first. We're just going to start painting. Fun? Yeah. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is choose some colors for my background. And I'm just going to squeeze some colors directly on my canvas. You can do this too, or you can use your brush, because I'm going to be blending them lightly. We're not going to make the paint really thick and heavy, otherwise it will take too long to dry. And make sure you get some white in there, because the white will make the colors change. You get some light and darker areas of the same colors. I'm going to do some blue at top, purple at the bottom, and then I'm going to start blending it. I have some marks in this canvas, but that is because I am reusing an old canvas. Somebody gave me something that they didn't want to finish, so I just painted white over it, and I'm using it. I want a bit of my purple to go through my sky too. I'm going to add a bit more white to get some lighter spots in there. Now, if it's really wet, we need to let that dry a little bit before we start with our tree. I've decided I want to put a little bit of green right where my landline might be. Okay, hopefully your canvas is dry, at least drier than mine. We're going to put maybe 3 hills in the background before we do our lovely tree. So pick 3 colors. I'm going to make this one dark purple hill and just make it look like a, a lump. And I think I'm going to make a little one here, and then another one maybe rolling just above that one. So let's see, how about green? And hot pink. Okay, I did a little test to see if my green paint was dry, and it is not, but I kind of like the fingerprint it left. So I'm going to see if I can make some designs with some little fingerprints. Now, if you don't like getting your fingers mucky, use a paintbrush and a color. I do kind of like that. I'm going to use some white, and I'm going to use a small paintbrush. I'm going to make some white circles. Maybe some a little bit smaller, some a little bit bigger. And this is art, people, so nothing ever has to be perfect. Now, I'm going to turn my canvas a little bit so I don't have to reach over anything. I'm going to use the rounded end of my brush. The other end, I'm going to dip it into the white paint and I'm going to do some dotting on top of my green. I've done a lot of dot art with the bugs, and you pretty much have to dip it into the paint at least every once or 2 times to get little round circles, but I'm just putting them here and there in my green. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. Now for my pink, I think I'm just going to do a couple of lines, wavy lines. Okay, that's just one line and I kind of like it just like that. I want my green, my green hill to have a little more color, so I'm using the end of a wider brush. I'm dipping it into a darker blue and I'm going to put that in between some of my white ones. I really like that. I like that they're bigger dots. I'm going to put these same ones in the middle of my swirly line. Okay, I'm going to let that dry. All right, I'm going to put another color into these white circles on the purple hill, and I'm using again the back of a brush, and it's a bigger round circle, and I think I'm going to use like a turquoise. Okay, I'm going to leave the other ones bare, and we're going to make a tree. I am going to paint onto the hill eventually, the stump of the tree, but because mine is still a little bit wet, I'm just going to start from the top of the hill and make it swirly. Ideally, we want the ends of our little curly branches to be thinner. And while I have the black, I am going to outline the hills. I just want them to have black definition. Okay, so now I just want to put some big colorful leaves on the tree. I'm just going to put them randomly here and there. Just put them wherever you find there's a space. I'm going to add some dark green to the outside of my leaves. Now, just for something whimsical, I'm going to put a bit of bright yellow in the center of the leaves. And I think I am done with that. That is my simple in the style of Karla Gerard. You can add whatever you want, put more dots or stripes, or just anything goes when you're doing this. Check out Karla Gerard's art on online. It's awesome. You'll get inspired. Thanks for watching. Lots more tutorials that you can follow on my channel, Yela Productions. Bye.